Well, oil prices rose on Thursday amid some confusion over whether major producers would help to plug a gap in supplies from Russia. Oil prices have incredibly risen about 30% since February. Kunal Sawhney is CEO at Kalkine Group and joins us now to explain exactly what's taking place. Appreciate your time, as always, Kunal. It's been incredible to watch what's taken place over recent times. Firstly, why is the world so dependent on Russia when it comes to oil?
So, Adrian, the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war has sparked discussions around the importance of Russia's outsized role in the international oil market. As per the U.S. Energy Information Administration, EIA, Russia is among the world's top three oil producers, which provides almost 10% of global oil supply. A large proportion of Russia's exported oil is shipped to European countries besides Asia and Oceania. China is another large buyer of Russia's oil, which imports it via pipeline and seaborne routes. Although US produces most of its oil domestically, it imports some supplies from other nations to meet its growing consumer demand. The US imports most of its oil from Canada, Mexico, and Saudi Arabia, with Russia accounting for a small proportion. While the US is not a major customer of Russian oil, its recent sanctions on Russia's oil exports can somehow cripple the latter's oil industry. This is because the US ban could spur other countries to follow suit, potentially causing a serious blow to Russian oil exports.
So what can be done, Kunal, if anything, in terms of distribution, supply of oil? Can anything change here? I know there have been some conversations with world leaders about the supply aspect of the oil. Do you know what can be done here, if anything?
Yep. So although the US has decided to ban imports of Russian oil, the European Union is yet to take action. So among European Union countries, Finland, Slovakia, Lithuania mostly rely on Russian oil imports. Germany is also heavily dependent on Russian oil and recently rejected plans to ban energy imports from Russia. Russia has also threatened to block its main gas line to Germany if Western countries ban its oil imports. Russia very well knows that the ongoing bans could limit its earning from oil exports abroad while prompting its crude importers to look for alternative options. Interestingly, the single largest buyer of Russian oil is China. They are eyeing mutual benefits by distancing itself from global sanctions against Russia. The nation has vowed to continue trading normally with Russia to prevent itself from being caught up in the world's intricate supply chains. And right now, European Union is the biggest customer, so they really need to look at renewable energy, and I think that's going to be the solution for the future.
Let's move from oil to nickel. Some changes there at the moment. Of course, nickel used in batteries mainly. What are you seeing here?
Okay, so the case of nickel is more or less the same as that of oil. As per the US Geological Survey, Russia is the world's third largest nickel producer and accounts for nearly 10% of the global nickel supply. And nickel prices recently surged by a massive 90% to an all-time high, recording one of the most extreme moves in the history of industrial metals. The unprecedented spike, Adrian, in nickel prices prompted the LME, the London Metals Exchange, to halt trading in the nickel market. The prices soared on supply concerns due to the Russia-Ukraine crisis and the Western sanctions on Russia. In fact, the prices of the key battery metal were on fire prior to Russia-Ukraine tussle on the back of robust demand for electric vehicles and dwindling inventories. Fears loom that the escalation of the ongoing conflict can further push nickel prices in the short run, with supply side anxieties and constraints on the supply side.
Kunal, just really briefly to finish, if we can, in terms of the US and where they source these commodities moving forward, where will that take place, do you think?
Okay, so the US ban on Russian oil and gas imports is expected to result in small but meaningful consequences to the US economy. The country may not be able to escape the impact of rising commodity prices, which could add to sky high inflation and the cost of living crisis. while it is not that simple for the US to produce more oil instantly, it can replace the loss of its Russian supply from other oil exporting countries. Market participants are keenly watching if the US will reach out to its old enemies or Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, to plug the oil supply gap. Considering the bigger picture, it is quite known that the US is self sufficient in meeting its energy needs.
Yep.
For instance, it has been the world's largest producer of oil and natural gas over the last few years.
Kunal Sawhney, thank you so much for your insight again today. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.